Today we are covering Velociraptors, but I gotta warn ya, Jurassic Park got it wrong. Hello, my name is Jeff LaFortune, and welcome to this prehistoric episode of Laugh Pack. Now, to start this episode off right, I've got to tell you that everything that we knew about Velociraptors before doing research for this episode came from the Jurassic Park movies. So we shouldn't have been surprised when we found out that, it was all wrong. If, like us, you thought that Velociraptors were slightly bigger than a human, reptilian looking, were discovered in what is now known as the United States, and were ridiculously intelligent, well, literally none of that is true. Now, the biggest mistake that Jurassic Park made?
Big mistake. Big. Huge.
We have to cover first. But before we do, if you haven't already, hit like and smack that subscribe button so you can gain access to all the animal goodness you could want. For hitting subscribe, here is a clip of a baby dinosaur. Now, Velociraptors belong to a group known as Dromaeosaurids, which are just dinosaurs that had sharp teeth, sharp claws, and could run on two very quick legs. Now, scientists might know them as Dromaeosaurids. You and I probably know them as raptors. Now, when it comes to raptors, there are quite a few different types out there. The remains of the biggest known raptor,
This is huge!
were discovered all the way back in 1991 in Grand County, Utah. Once discovered, they were simply named the Utahraptor. That's a little on the nose, but alright. Now, Utahraptors were quite a bit bigger than Velociraptors, with adults being around 20 feet long and about 6 to 7 feet tall. Now, the smallest raptor discovered was simply called the microraptor, which means small thief. This tiny dino gets its name for being one of the smallest raptor dinosaurs out there, weighing in at about 2 pounds and being about a foot tall. And many specialists believe that they were able to fly, or at the very least, glide. And then there was the Deinonychus. And as hard as this is for me to say, the raptors used in Jurassic Park were based on the Deinonychus.
What?
Not the Velociraptor. Deinonychus were around 10 feet long and about 5 feet tall. And scientists believe they weighed up to 175 pounds. Here is a picture of a Deinonychus. And prepare yourself, because next to the Deinonychus is a Velociraptor to show you the size difference. You see? You see it right there? Velociraptors were not the dinos used in Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park? Why you hurt me so much? I guess Deinonychus wasn't as catchy of a name as Velociraptor. Now, speaking of the actual Velociraptor, these little stinkers were quite a bit smaller than we're used to. No bigger than a good-sized turkey. Of course, they were a bit longer than a turkey, being around 5 to 7 feet in length. But don't let its small stature fool you. These little guys were deadly hunters and incredibly dangerous. So did Jurassic Park get anything right when it came to these fast little thieves? Let's find out by diving into some feature facts.
You bred raptors.
Number 1, fossils. So Jurassic Park got this wrong. Velociraptors were not discovered in America. The first Velociraptor fossils were found in the Gobi Desert of Outer Mongolia on August 11th of 1923 by a man named Peter Kaizen. Velociraptors became famous as the first dromaeosaurid dinosaurs ever found and remained the most well-known to scientists.
You ain't first, you're last, you know?
Its unique features indicated that Velociraptors were well adapted for hunting and killing. And we are going to cover one unique, deadly feature right now. Number 2, claws. Well, thank God Jurassic Park got one thing right. Because Velociraptors have one razor-sharp, 3-inch long, super-duper sweet claw on each foot. And it's this claw that is said to be its primary hunting tool. It was thin, curved like a sickle, and was possibly covered by a keratin layer, making it even sharper. Now, as you might have noticed from the movies, Velociraptors like to keep this one claw upright. And the writers didn't do that just to make the claw look more menacing.
And he slashes at you with this.
Although it did just that. No, the reason raptors keep their claw upright is to maintain that claw sharpness. Another thing that many scientists agree on is that these claws were not used to slash open said prey and disembowel them.
Or maybe across the belly, spilling your intestines.
When hunting, it would jump into the air, kick out its legs forward at its prey, stab its target, and then curl those massive toes into the animal. All so it can grip its food firmly and not let it get away, much like you see a falcon do today. Number 3, food. The Velociraptor was a carnivorous dinosaur that hunted and scavenged for food. Some of the main dishes that this dino would order involved reptiles, amphibians, insects, small dinosaurs, and mammals. Now, to be fair, scientists have gone back and forth as whether the Velociraptor was truly a hunter or just mainly a scavenger. But this was all laid to rest when this dinosaur's fossil was discovered with a protoceratops, which is a sheep-sized herbivore and a relative of the triceratops. In 1971, a discovery known as the fighting dinosaurs revealed fossils of a velociraptor and a protoceratops locked in a deadly struggle. The velociraptor had its foot claw embedded in the neck of the protoceratops, while the protoceratops bit down on and likely broke one of the velociraptor's arms. And it is this finding that provides evidence that velociraptors actively hunted for food.
Oh yeah.
Number 4, feathers. Hi, my name's Trinity, and I'm here to tell you that velociraptors have feathers. Scientists found fossils of a velociraptor with special bumps on his bones called quill knobs. These bumps show that Velociraptor had long feathers on its arms like wings. But even with feathers, these raptors couldn't fly because they were too big, its arms were too small, and its feathers were different from birds that can fly today. Scientists think that Velociraptor's feathers were probably used for things like showing off to other dinosaurs and keeping the dinosaurs warm. Toasty! Just like how you and I use blankets to stay cozy. Blankets.
Number 5, speed. Another thing that Jurassic Park got right was the Velociraptor's speedy reputation. With big muscular legs and a long stiff tail, these dinos were not only fast, but also very agile. Studies suggest that they could reach speeds of up to 25 miles per hour in short bursts, which is much quicker than the average human, that can usually be clocked at about 14 miles per hour. Now, while not the fastest dinosaur out there, Velociraptor's speed was superior to most. I mean, at least we know they were faster than protoceratops, am I right? Huh? What? Too soon? Too soon? Number 6, intelligence. Now, Velociraptors were pretty smart for dinosaurs. The problem is that they don't match the cunning that was portrayed in the Jurassic Park films. Its brain to body size ratio was higher than most reptiles and other dinosaurs, suggesting it was comparatively clever, similar to the average bird, like say a hawk. However, it wasn't as intelligent as a chimpanzee or a parrot. Let's just say they might have had a pretty hard time with door handles. The idea that Velociraptor had sophisticated vocal communication, as shown in Jurassic Park 3, is not supported by scientific evidence. In reality, its vocalizations were likely more like rumbling hums, murmurs, and squawks. Scientists believe that birds like the cassowary in northern Australia might provide a good example of what Velociraptors could have sounded like. Which makes sense because if you haven't seen one of these birds, cassowary look like a dinosaur. Let's just fill your little ear holes with what one of these birds sound like. So not only do they look like dinosaurs, but they kinda sound like them too. Well, there you go. Now you know the truth about Velociraptors. Once again, Hollywood proves that they are not the best when it comes to paying attention to the details. The movie did get those sweet claws right though, so that's something. But what did you guys think? Did you like what Jurassic Park did with the Velociraptor, or would you have preferred them to stay true to what the actual dinosaur looked like? Let us know about all this and more in the comments below. Show us some love by hitting that like button, and don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on future content. And as always, thank you for watching. I have to wait until that jet goes by. La da da dee, just flying over the city. While people are trying to record, but I'm a plane and I don't care. Just flying by. Okay, it's gone.